All right, let's get a mic check here. Yo, yo. Hello. Yeah, let's see if we're... Should be live. All right. Check, check. We should be good. Okay, submit charts. I'm going to give it one more minute. I'll get started. And looks like the mic volume is good. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and do it. What are we at? Oh, there's 34. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Disclaim, disclaim. All right, let's get started. Now, so first up, right, so this is Trading Samurai. Good handle. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate the mic check there. Looks like we're good. Okay, let's get started here. Now, so you guys know the same thing we do every week, right? I ask the members to give me charts that they're following, how they're progressing with the methodology that we teach, right? So it's kind of, I like the live streams. Actually, I like them more than the video I do on Friday because I get to interact with you guys and understand, how you're progressing with what we're teaching, looking for ideas. We cover a lot of different assets that I can't cover everything. So I like the diversity of this. I like to see what you guys are looking at and how you're applying, again, what we teach. So it's kind of a demonstration of that. And then, hopefully, every time we do these, right, we're looking at generally, 60 minutes and higher. That's where this methodology is going to have the best results, in my opinion. So, I love it when we get something that's set up right now, like tradable now. It's not always the case, right? It can be something to get onto your watch list. And then if certain criteria happen, then there can be a good opportunity. Now, I kind of like this Trading Samurai. It so surprises me how much or how few people post FX here. Always surprises me a bit. Now, that said, if you're doing the majors, my view would be I'd always go to the futures over the FX. Just a cleaner market, centralized, not as much manipulation, plenty, but not like FX, right? So, yeah, unless you're doing a cross that you couldn't do in futures. All right, for something like this, I would just go to the futures market. But that's my opinion. Okay, so now this is Trading Samurai gave this to me kind of a not a lot here. That's all right. So this is okay. All right. So it looks like are you putting these in here? It looks like you are. Okay. All right. So he gave me a 6 hour here. I think he gave it to me in log scale. No need to be in log scale. And you can see the charts. Okay, good. So, okay, right. Well, we can see pretty much we're in a range here now as the price is breaking out here. This I'm not sure. Maybe that's left over to something you were looking at before. That wouldn't be where you'd find a WXY. Let's see here, right? With our Elliott hats on. Let me go out a little bit further here. All right, what are we pulling from? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm going to go to the daily. All right, now we get some idea of where we're coming from. Okay, right. So this would be the obvious. Okay, if we're going to get a trend change, right, up here would do it. This is all, we could look at it this way, right? This is often a simple way to approach the market. Okay, so again, out on the daily, we've been in a downtrend. Here's the last high that, well, here, let's do the whole thing, right? Keep it simple, right? No Elliott wave. Let's just look at the trend, right? So here's the major pivot that this broke. So that, gives us the downtrend. Now, all of this internal action here, within this range here, this is all, again, we're on a daily, right? So this is all internal price action, but there's nothing here. Until we break this and get a close above this, we're still in a downtrend. We have an internal uptrend. Now, obviously, we're well beyond where algos would respond here, and it looks like it might be a 50. No, we're not going to get a 50 here. That up a touch. Maybe a secondary pivot. There's always a little bit of a process. God darn it. Sorry. Lost analogies doing their thing to me, as they do every time I get on the mic. So there's no question we're in an uptrend here, but this is the target. So you might look at this and say, well, which side is more likely to break here? Recognizing that we have been in and continue to be here, even if I do it this way, right? We're still in a downtrend. So this is... It's very tempting to think, oh, well, of course it's going to go up here. Of course it's going to go there. But keep in mind that these would be the stronger highs, right? These would be protected highs. So as we come into this location here, there's not a clear Elliott. So what would be your first thought if you're looking at this as something counter? I think at this point we'd likely be looking at some sort of an A, B, heading towards a C. Kind of clearly a 5 down here, so A into a 3. So if we do the whole thing, right, we'd get this into an 8 with an expanded B here, and then this we'd probably take up. Let's go up here and let's change that color. What are you doing up there? Oh, you're up there. I don't know. All right, so something along these lines. We're just kind of a rough Elliott sketch. Now, if the Elliott isn't just screaming at you, don't force it. It should be, fairly easy to spot. So let's see if we've got a 618 here, right? We're always looking for some sort of fib confluence to kind of guide us, right? Pretty good. Pretty good, right? Now, does that mean sell it? Well, no. But if you were looking at this saying, okay, well where's the better risk reward? It'd be easy to look at that and say, well, clearly, right? I've got to, if I'm going to put my stop up here. Now that's, we're on daily, right? That's a huge move. So that may be more than you'd be comfortable with. But you might look here and say, okay, well, if that's the C, what would the target be down here, right? Is that even reasonable? Well, clearly that's an impulse. So A, B, C, still corrective. You see, it's tempting to look at this. If you're down on an 8 hour, something like this, you kind of lose that perspective. Your first thought would be, oh, well, yeah, of course, right? Of course, that's an impulse. We'd be looking for the 3. And I'm not saying that's not what's happening here, but if we go down, let's go down to maybe a 2 hour here. What do we see here? It looks like that's a, you know, the same manipulations happening, right? If anything, it's most perverse in FX. Okay, well, where's the worst possible place anyone could have ever even imagined buying buying the pound? But people do it. So now we look here and say, well, oh, good. Yeah, does that look like our friend Al? Is that Al in there? Looks like it might be. Well, to a 50, plenty of room on the target. Looks like, again, this is just kind of basic TA, right, that any of you would be doing here. So this looks like they just spared that. Interesting, right, that they didn't wick this. Although I guarantee you, if you had a stop here, they'd widen the spread and take you out. One of the reasons I don't ever, you know, again, as I said when I started, right, if I'm trading the pound to the dollar, I'm not going to trade it in the FX market, right? There's too much manipulation. I guarantee you they would have widened the spread to take out any stops that were sitting right there. So as we come back here, well, so here's the first measured move. And you might look at that and say, well, okay, well, no. Are they still using that same pivot? Looks like we got a break here. Let's go down to a 60. That's going to be too high. So this kills the algo at this degree, right? So this algo is gone. Oh, God, if I can get through this without having to clear my throat 15 times, that'd be nice. Okay, right. So up here, right, same kind of thing happened, right? All the tells they're almost always there. Second worst place to buy the price. It's over and over and over again, right? You see what people do, right? There's just kind of, it's not that they're stupid. It's just they're inexperienced, right? You would never, ever want to buy that. Well, just think risk reward. What's your thought there? Oh, it's breaking out. You see, that's the thing, right? For those of you that are new to this, right? Even if let's use something smaller. Even if you, here, come here. Even if you got the breakout here, and it just, what the trade you want is never the chase here, because you're counting on it's so unusual, right? And the way the markets manipulate, right? This would be the better approach, right? If you're determined that you want to get long at this level, let it go and then wait for the retrace. Now here, right? You just got, you know, I mean, you got punished, right? Because the market will. But why, right? Because that's a mistake, and the market will always punish mistakes. You make a mistake, you're going to pay for it. Buying at a pivot like that is just, there's only one possible explanation. It's just a lack of chart time, right? You haven't seen it enough, which is why I make a point of drilling in on this to the point. I mean, I'm to the point where people are like, okay, dude, we got it on the don't buy the pivots. But there's new people every week, and you've got to be reminded of this, because people continue to do it. They continue to do it. Now, hopefully, you know, you get enough screen time in, you know, you won't be one of those people. Is there anything here that really makes you go, oh, I'm dying to trade this? If this is a C, what do we have here? Well, that looks like 3. It doesn't quite make sense. So we got to pull this back and go, okay, what is going on here? That's not an impulse, right? So we get 3 down. Okay, so what would your thought be here? Well, if this is holding as a C, Jesus, this is. I don't think anything here that would make me want to do anything, right? I would want to be looking for sells. So anything that pushes up here, I'd want to be looking up here for possibly the last order block up here. This would be pretty extreme. Oh, come here, what do I got here? Oh, what I want to sell on order block, right? So if we're coming back up to this, the last little swing up here, what'd they do up here? They grabbed liquidity. So down we come, right? Down, retrace, right? So that potential for mitigation up here, right? Because they have to create the longs to bait the inexperienced to buy that. So they create those longs, then they bring all the way come back down. Here's where we can mitigate that. Now, is that what we're doing here? Well, there's no particularly, you know, oh, you probably, let's go down to a 2 here. You probably got an AB here, or a 1, 2. Looks like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty clearly, you've got a little impulse in here. Oh, come here. Right, you've got that, but it doesn't quite fit with where we are. 5, 3. See, it doesn't quite fit, right? So it would leave me a little bit hesitant, like, oh, what the fuck, right? So if this is an ABC coming down here, that doesn't quite make sense with this being a C. So it would leave me going, One thing that's foundational, Elliott Wave, we begin and we end in fives. This is not a 5, right? I think there'd be very little dispute about that. I got a 535, but it's not a 5. So, okay, back that out. What would your thought be? Oh, we've corrected here. This is a 1, this is a 2. Well, that's kind of shallow for a 2. This is a 5, but all we've done is complete the correction up here at, we're just ticks off of the 1618. Gun to my head, if I had to trade this, well, here's a telltale, right? It's just the kind of thing. Look for this at every, particularly, God, if you're trading FX, right? This is literally, that's your go sign, right? You're waiting for the liquidity to be swept. There it is, right? Just like it was up here. Look at this over and over again. Do you see how this happens, right? It's so consistent. It's almost amazing that anyone would still be, well, let's use the word inexperienced, would still sell that. And it could be stops, right? But there's going to be a combination of stops and breakout traders there. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing. It's just over and over and over again, right? Don't be that guy ever. You can thank me later, right? You're going to miss some are going to run and you're going to go, that motherfucker told me not to. Yeah, right. Okay, but you got to, over time, I promise you'll thank me for that. Don't be that guy ever. There's never, ever a reason to buy a breakout like that. Never. If you're going to, yes, you're going to miss some trades, right? But the odds over time, let the market come back to it and test it, because those that move the market will want to test it. Let's see if we can get this. That's good enough, right? So I'd be looking for this. If it's me, it's just me. I'd want to see come up here, and then I'd be looking for this, and that's the trade I'd look for, because this doesn't fit in the broader context of, oh, correction's over. Oh, we're going to do a 3 followed by a 3 followed by 5. It doesn't quite fit, right? So this looks like maybe A, B, C. So maybe you've got a W, X, Y would come down here. I'm not saying don't trade it. I'm just saying, if you're long, well, you're late. If you're thinking about a short, right? Don't forget Al's going to be there on both sides, right? He's always there to fuck with you, right? There he is again. Right, here he is at the 50. You want to buy between the 50 and the golden zone? I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, you better have a good reason. Essentially, I just see no particularly good reason to be trading this. Yeah, again, out here at these higher time frames, I don't. When in doubt, stay out. But do not. Trading Samurai, I appreciate you posting that. I just don't think there's any opportunity right here at these higher time frames. Even going down to the 60. What are you gonna do? Buy it right into the golden zone? I think probably not. Okay, let's see. So you gave me a crypto as well. Here's I tried to get this ready for you. Here's virtual protocols. What's the market doing? It's kind of a weird day. Market's just in price discovery, right? They're all waiting for the payroll and the Fed. So a lot of price discovery in the stock indexes, right? So it's a little bit kick in crypto. Okay, let's pull this back here. So again, this is virtual protocols. We're on 4 hour. We're on the aggregator, right? So this is, I can't get volume here, but we can make some reasonable estimates. So here's would clearly a demand. So this is the down before we go up, right? So this is an order block that makes sense, and there's a fair value gap and an inverse fair value gap right in the middle of it. Interesting, right? So this would be an area of interest. Now, that kind of looks like, if that's a 1, 2, kind of makes me curious, right? If we go, now remember, the algo doesn't care about your Elliott count, right? It's just going to go dominant to dominant, right? So if we're coming down to here, look at, kind of interesting, that we have an order block here with an imbalance, right? Fair value gap with an imbalance here. As we come back here as a candidate for this Y to all of this to come in here. Now, we'll wait and see, right? We might get a little invalidation here if this 2 is swept. Oh, let's go to a 2 hour here. Right, so this would be an area to alert. Right, if this gets swept, we can't. Remember, we begin and we end in 5s, right? Always, 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 right? That's one of the big advantages of Elliott Wave. Is it going to be perfect like that every time? Absolutely not. Do not expect Elliott to be perfect, right? Nothing is perfect in the market. So so is this perfect? Well, ABC into a W, that's fine. Okay, ABC into an X. A, it's a little funky here, into a Y for the B. Let's put that in, brighten that up a little bit. Okay, we're going to do this as a diag. ABC, 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 A. Right, so we would need, now if you, again, this is, you know, you got to look at this and say, oh, we're just tagging a 50, right, in a retrace. Okay, so we'd be doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We're looking for one more down, just watching here. So, okay, where's the better risk reward? You know, if you're selling it here, well, you can be very clear, because if that gets swept, right, it can't, that right, invalidates. So something like this, 4.6 to 1. Now, you know, I'm targeting down here. You want to tighten that up here, 4 to 1. Looks like that's going to be too far for Al. Looks like he's already, oops, let's pull from the high. Yep, that's broken, but let's look for a secondary pivot, just because you got to, they're sneaky with this. Front run on the 50 could be, remember, in a diag, you're looking for the 50 always, right? It's the first place to look between the length of the start, let's get it right here. The start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3, looking for the 4 at the 50. And a little front run here. We got an inverse fair value gap heading lower here. So let's see, let's tighten that up even more. You know, 2.93 to 1. I can live with that. You could tighten it up even more, just a tick over that, right? We'll invalidate it. 3 to 1. Why not take that trade? Well, because I'm a bull, right? I don't want to short crypto. Well, okay, reasonable, right? I rarely short crypto. I don't have time to manage it. So A, B, C, still pending down here. Beautiful, right? For those of you that like, right, that, you know, don't care, right? Either side of the market, whatever sets up, boom. Very low risk. Seems like you could, I mean, you could trade that right this second. So there's one, right? I always talk about, God, it'd be nice if I get one of these to be setting up. Hang on a second. I got one of my guys talking to me. Okay. We got our, we're having a little sale going, right? So I was going to promo that for you guys. Okay, Trading Samurai, much better. I like the crypto, much better than the FX, right? And again, with the FX, I'd really encourage you to stay away from the FX when you're trading the majors. Get rid of that and stick with the futures where you can. Assuming you have a futures account. They have micros in the pound. 6B. What is it? M6B, I think. It's right there, right? Lay down. It's low risk, good target. You might let a runner go for the second target out here, get to golden, right? And then you got a 4.76 to 1. Why not, right? Perfectly valid. Risk reward is good. Technicals are good. Why would you not take that trade? It's the only reason I can think of is because you're only on the buy side. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so Griff is he's away. Oh, he's got schoolwork, so he that reminds me of the age range we have here. He's in school because of school. Well, it's hard to tell because I look at Griff and his looks like his avatar is a much older face, but maybe not. Or maybe he's going back to school. Anyway, I digress. He wanted to... Oh, shit. Let's see. Am I going to have enough? Oh, shit. I may not have all... Oh, Griff. I don't know if I can have... Oh, shit. I got a full boat here. Okay, Griff. Hang on a second, man. Where'd you go? I'll do BNB for you. So I can get something for you. BNB, because I was really grinding these guys to post for us. Oh, what am I going to do here? Well, fuck. Let's do it on BNB. BNB. Hang on a second. Let's do it to the tether. All right, it's likely to get me more content. Oh, come here. Let's get my color scheme here and palette so my brain doesn't freeze. Okay, so there's a daily. Okay, pull it back. Where are we? Okay, all right, so here's our full history. How we do? So should we buy pivots? You know, I emphasize that because it's, you know, like anything, it's repetition, right? Yes, it's annoying to hear it all the time, but it's that repetition might save you that impulsive, oh, fire. Right? That's how it happens, right, people? The impulse, right? That dopamine shot. Oh, it's going to go. I know it's going to go. I read something on Twitter. It's going to go, right? And then you do it, and you're sorry about it. Okay, so what do we see here? This is a little messy. Well, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're not sweeping the low here, but we're not getting this low. Come here. It's kind of a bumpy ride up there. God, do we have to do this? We might. Oh, okay. So let's back up here, right? So this is, you know, again, as I say every week, the reason we don't do this in advance, right? So you don't get the thought process, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. Is give you, so it's exactly what you're going to go through. Okay, right. So we got to look here and see how would you approach any, because what it is does not matter. I don't care ever what the chart is. I truly don't. What matters is the approach, right? That you're approaching it with consistency, right? So there's an edge in that consistency. That's why every time it's done the same way. Hopefully that makes sense to you, right? So, okay, so let's look here. Could this be a 1-2? And why am I saying that? Because this whole consolidation up here, all of this looks more fourish, right? So here's the impulse. So could be a triangle. It ain't gorgeous. Well, let's see if we can get some. Just looking at it, I would kind of be. I might come back to this here. I'll revisit that here. And sometimes, right, don't get caught up in, like, you know, sometimes you just throw stuff up there and then you kind of work through it and like, oh, fuck, that doesn't work. But it's just at first glance here, this all looks very fourish to me. All right, we just have consolidate. We don't progress the trend. Here's the range that we're in. Oh, let's use, where I can, I always want to use volume profile, right? Because that shows us what, here, let's do the whole thing. We get a good idea of how the market prices value. You know, it's objective, right? We don't have to go, well, based on the fact, I mean, we can just look, where's the market pricing it? Well, I got my POC is way down here. So I could draw it again. Let's put it on the other side from this pivot. Here's value, right? From this low, right? So I've got 1 giving me the whole thing, right? So we're a little, you know, price heavy up here, right? That's all-time high. Okay, so let's reconsider, right? Could this be 1, 2? Fuck. I'm just going to put it here just to kind of, sometimes, right? You just, does it work? God, it's a fucking ugly triangle if it is. Do you see how this, if you went 1, 2, 3, that doesn't work as a 4. It doesn't pivot the high, but oh, let's go to an 8 hour here. Maybe there's a better looking triangle in here. I'm loosely. Jesus, I hate it, but let's go with that and just see if we can make some sense of it. How much does it matter? I guess that's part of the question here. I'm more inclined to put the 4 here. So let's see if we can make that fly, right? Because what matters is, well, where are we now? Who cares about all this? Well, context matters. Oh, you know, this obviously that's too big. Let's go to micro here and go to white. Okay, well, how about that? Well, it's just out of curiosity, right? It takes seconds to do it. How does it relate? Where do they usually go? I don't think that would be in dispute here. Looks like that's clearly the 4, as we don't overlap the 1. So we didn't get our big didn't get the usual location for that. Could we be topping up here? Well, if we are, it looks to me like that would not be the 5. Looks like to me, right? Again, assuming I'm quick to. I'd be quick to announce my crypto bias, right? I'm a very big crypto bull, right? I have been for 6 years, right? So it stays with me at all times, right? I'm very biased to the long side. So if this is 3 and I've got some funky triangle here into this 4, I'm not expecting this to be the 5. I'm expecting that to be the 1 of the 5 because I think this is going much higher. Now, is that insane? Like, God, what are you talking about? Length of the 1 from the proposed 4. Let's get you right on there. Too bullish? Okay, right? You know, maybe you're not as bullish. 3, 4, 5. Well, let's put that in context. Let's get you out of here. This itself is a little. I don't have massive conviction in that. Clearly, that's the 3. Well, I think you'd have to be looking at the internal. Well, let's do the internal 4. That's what you're saying. Let's go something big. Let's go to a weekly, even better. So there's a 1, 2 in here that's not in yet. Oh, come here, fuck me, come here. Let's go. Oh, let's go really big. What do we got? Grand? Okay, that'll work. Get some big degrees up here. Okay, again, why not? Let's just check. Where do they usually go? Could it go that high? If this is 1, 2, where's the most common destination? Oh, pardon me. This would be. All right, because this doesn't, all we get is the 618 here. Which just adds, in my opinion, it's adding to the potential for this to be going much higher. Now, you look up here and you're like, oh, come on, man. Seriously, get the bull porn off, right? 8,500, seriously? There's some limit, right, in your mind as to why it couldn't go up there? Why couldn't it? What's the wave that we're trying to identify here? Does it have the right look? So we do that. Are you thinking we're done here? We're done? And we're going to make a 50% retracement because that's what would be implied, right? If we add just basic Elliott, we're going to come down here to 20. You know, anything's possible. It wouldn't be my first thought. Let's take it out of log scale, right? Just look. You got to dramatic. It's going to look pretty different. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Very, very, very different. Right? So here's a good example where you have no choice but to look at this in log scale, right? You can't work with it otherwise. So bottom line, we're pretty bullish. All right, so where's the entry opportunity? Let's go to an 8. Where are we in this? 1, 2. Looks like we could do ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? ABC. Let's put the 4 in. Okay, let's get down to this last leg. Let's get you out of here. All right. So what can we see here? 1, 2. Ooh, we got a 3. That's too bad. Jesus. 3, 3, 3, 3. That is ugly, but let's put it up here. Yeah, they're not always going to be beautiful. Let's just see what we get here. What's the problem? 1, 2. Ooh. Well, that's the internal, so that would have to be the internal 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that seems pretty reasonable. It looks like that's probably a 2, 6, 1, 8. Right, even further. All right, so we got 2, 6, 1, 8, and then we go into this clusterfuck up here. 3, 3, 3, 3. Jesus. Well, I like it coming out of here. Deep, but doesn't invalidate it here. You don't have Al aboard. Oh, fuck. What are we going to do with this? That's going to have to be WXY. That's pretty beefy for... Can we do this? That's what I would... Something along these lines here to not overcomplicate it. When in doubt, right? You can't, if I can simplify, I want to, right? So, okay, 3 WXY into an expanded B. Not the greatest looking finish, but if I'm, I can probably get it done. Jesus, that looks like another 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It ain't great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got a 1, 2. I know you think, Jesus, right? Really, 5s and 3s, right? That, you know, don't take my word for anything, right? Look at your own charts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why not? Well, what would tell you that no, that can't? That's not right. Maybe not the Elliott count right here, but this is open to interpretation, right? Again, 5 Elliotticians give you 5 different counts. They're likely, but things we can see. What can we see objectively? Higher high with higher low. We don't get into a higher high, so it's internal structure. Then I get a higher high, higher low, higher high. So it's this is really this. You know, again, don't feel like you have to trade if you're not sure. This would keep me out. Well, gun to my head, right, as I like to say. Right, if I had to trade it, I'll be on the long side. But you're kind of late now. What do you? 2, 1, 2. That's not a great looking start to your impulse. See, my view is, you know, I say this every week. There's so much to trade. Why would you take something? Well, I don't know, I'm not sure. Why would you pull the trigger if that's what your thought is? Now, maybe you're seeing something very clear here. We can probably do something. God, even that is just butt ugly. So you got to go 1, 2, but you don't get an impulse. Maybe some sort of 1 starting here. To me, this is wait. I'll wait. I'm not worried about something blowing up on me because think of it this way, right? Say oh shit, I missed the 3. Oh well, back to test it, right? If it's going, there will be an opportunity. So don't get so caught up in this, right? And even if that comes, let's see, do this right? So, if this turns into a 1, likely there'll be a 2, right? So we can get the 3, right? If it's going to go impulsive, right? This is not optional. It's not this. If this is going to complete, this must come. Must. If it doesn't, this analysis is wrong, right? It's as simple as that, right? There's nothing else other than Elliott Wave that gives you that clarity. I'm sorry, there's not, right? That's why I continue to tell you this is the best. At 60 minutes and above, there's no better way to approach the market technically, in my opinion. I take that for what it's worth. Because this has to happen. Must. There's nothing else that gets, well, shit, if that doesn't happen. Must come. And I can use targets. Well, shit, where do they usually go? This must come. Or it's not right. So you're going to dick around down here because, I knew it was supposed to come. Well, let's see some signs of it. Is that? Well, essentially you double down here. So this is already a little shaky. It barely got away without sweeping that low. It's almost surprising. Do we get a 5 out of that? Yes. Is that a 3? It's kind of shaky on a 3, right? You're down to this. A, B, C. I guess you got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it there, right? So does the market move in 5s and 3s? Don't take my word for it. There it is right there. 5, 3, right? Can we do it? Yes, we can. A, B, C. Yes, we can do that, right? So I got a 5 and a 3. Barely. Oh, my God, that's close. Barely snakes by. But then, whoa. Oh, what happened to the... It looks so good, and now I'm into this slop. Slop to me means wait. I'm on a 15-minute, right? I really encourage it only if you're digging out a count like I was just doing there. You're not going to miss anything. Don't force a trade just because you're jonesing. Right, I know that's going higher. Well, it probably is going higher. Odds are, would you be massively shorting Binance as we're, moving into the crypto revolution is happening? It's not, well, this is likely to happen. No, it's happening. So the number one exchange, you're going to short it? Maybe not. Okay, CryptoGenesis is giving us his view on Bitcoin. Let's see what I can get here. Let me leave this, right? Again, the broader theme there is when in doubt, don't force a trade. Wait until you're like, oh my God, I can't believe how good that is. I can't even believe I'm looking at this. That's the trade you want. Right? You got to be patient to wait for him. Higher left, here's his Bitcoin. 1 hour and 2 hour. Okay, let's take a look here. Now, we have learned CryptoGenesis, he likes him some lines. All right, so, okay, let's pull this back a little bit, see if we can make sense. Now, it always takes a minute for anybody to kind of follow what he's got here, right? But it's always easier when it's your stuff, right? So 3, it looks like the 4 is in here. We've gone up for the 5, so we're in a retrace. So let's come back a bit. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this just so I can get some clarity as to what's happening in here. Well, here's the conundrum. We're all looking at this going, 1, 2, what is that? Holy fuck, CryptoGenesis. I gotta pull some of this out of here. Hang on. Is there anything, do you have anything hidden? Look at all this shit. I kind of like this, but oh my God, it makes it hard for me to decipher it. Okay, so this is what we're looking at, right? We're all looking at this going 1, 2. Oh God, what? All right. Well, of course, we're wrestling with the overlap here. What is it? What? Unknown, right? It can't be definitive. What can we be definitive about? Is there anything? Oh shit! I'll at least get a color palette on here that I can work with. Okay, so I've got here's our move down. So this is some very nice work. Now this, all right. So looks like he's working this as a diag, right? Which makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Okay, into this 5. A B, gets me the C. A, B, C. That's some nice work there. W. You're kind of, there are times the market, how are you going to get 3 out of that? Maybe you're down to a 5 minute. You can get a 3 out of that. But it's often when it's just not, oh God, is that a 3? It's what's implied, right? So this is the swing. This is the retrace because we don't break any pivots here. So it's just a lower high that leads to a lower low. So this is it's an internal, but it's protected because it led to this break. If I draw it. Come here, right? It leads to this break right here, right? So this is a pivot that leads to this break, right? Then we come back here. This is the pivot that leads to this break, right? So we have some lows, or excuse me, some retracement highs that, you could call them, for lack of a better term, right? We can call them strong highs, right? Protected highs, because they've led to breaks of structure. So what are we doing here? I'm going to pull this out. So he's going with a triple. So we're going to go A, B, C into a Y, and then we're going to get a secondary X here. Now we'll look where we are here. So this is, I don't know what that is. So I'm going to come, oops. No, keep them. I don't know what that is. So here, okay. So we're coming into a pretty big cluster here. What do we see right here, right? So what is that? That's just bait. Come on, buy it. Please buy it. Where's the liquidity? Well, we got 2 obvious points of liquidity, right? One being right here, and we got one being right here. Right, so now he's marked. Oh, good, well done. Right, so he's already marked these out for us. Right, so these are liquidity points we can identify and say, well, okay, well, if they want to take it higher, see, it almost seems counterintuitive. If those that can move the market want to take it higher, what are they doing right here? They're grabbing that Bitcoin because there's stops here and there's stops here. right? You can almost see it coming, right? They're going to get, they're going to grab this, right? Now, where's the next liquidity? Things to watch for, right? If there's no liquidity sweep, that's not a bad top of your list, right? That can be, is there potentially for an entry, right? If I don't see a liquidity sweep, I'm not entering, because we know that those that move the market, that's what they're looking for. That's not they, right? Their algorithms are looking for it, right? If they know there's liquidity here, everybody on the fucking planet knows there's liquidity here, right? We all know that. So shouldn't that matter? Does it matter? Maybe not all of us, right? But those that are students of the market and how it moves, right? Those are just targets. So what are we doing here, right? So we can come back to this and go, okay, well, if this is if the low is in here, I need an impulse here. Am I getting it? No. Looks more corrective, right? So his inclination here that we've got a second X coming in as we come into this golden zone here, or this, you want to OTC, call it whatever you want, right? It's just this is an area where we know algorithms are going to be active. Does that mean it must come down here? No, of course not, right? But buy or sell here? Right? It's not an impulse. You can't turn that. Down to a 30-minute. You can't turn that into an impulse, right? Because it's not an impulse, right? Again, things we can be objective about. That's not an impulse. So it's not a motive wave, right? So if it's not a 5, why were you forcing something there? Oh, I know Bitcoin's going higher, right? Michael Saylor just bought, I don't know what, 419 million more Bitcoin, right? Do you think he's, it's okay, right? There's lots of ways to talk yourself into it, right? But just objectively, as a technician, what are we focused on? Well, I think I've made it pretty clear we don't want to buy at pivots. I can absolutely guarantee you there will be inexperienced traders that will buy that. They will buy the break there. They won't know they're buying right into a golden zone. They won't know that. They're going to do it. Why? Oh, fuck, I know that thing's going higher. I just read Michael Saylor just bought 400 million more. Right? I know it's going higher. Market. Well, you're all watching Bitcoin, right? We're all watching Bitcoin, right? Market. See what happens. Watch. Don't ever take my word for anything. Just watch, see what happens, right? Learn from, okay, that guy made a suggestion to me. I'm going to kind of watch, see what happens. There's nothing here to trade. The only thing right now that we have here is here's a tag of a golden with an unrealized target. That's it. That's all you got to work with. Unfortunately, right? I'd love to tell you, I'm going to fucking buy the shit out of it. I'd love to say that. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Oh, I don't have a high. I don't have even a change of character here. That would at least do it because it led to that break of structure. So this would be change of character here. Well, so maybe something changed, but it's not an impulse. See, that's the fucked part, right? So it keeps you. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to the moon. I'm just saying, right? If you're applying the methodology we're teaching, it would keep you out of that trade until an impulse shows up. Good news, bad news. Well, if we do this, you're going to be like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Of course it was right, because in hindsight, right? Oh, yeah, of course. We don't get that, right? All we can look at is, well, what does it usually do? What's the context? Is that impulsive, right? There's a lot of things here to say, well, I don't want to buy this just yet. But what if it, well, uncertainty, you better get used to that, right? There is no knowing. There's no knowing ever what it's going to do. It's going to do what it's going to do. We're just trying to ride along with it, right? And kind of let the big dogs, right, clear the path for us, right? Give them the machete. Let them clear the path out front, right? We just want to tuck in behind them. Cryptogenesis, appreciate the work you put into these, right? I really do. This is very detailed. Look how he nails it. He's going after every swing. That's how you build conviction in your trade. I got every motherfucker nailed. I see it. I got it. I labeled. It's valid. Okay. Now, what was missing? No impulse. No trade. Steel Swarm. See what he's up to. Regular poster. I appreciate you regs, right? Who post constantly. Right? I had to pull teeth to get them to give me anything this morning or shit. I started the day. They had posted nothing. Now I got more than I can handle. Often when I really motivate them, they do it. Let's do that. Okay, so I got a little note here from Steel Swarm. Hello, Sam. What do we got here? And TDU viewers. Oh, these are a little note to everyone. 3 folders, daily 1 hour. Okay, so we're looking, here's Cardano. Okay, so I'm going to daily 4 hour, 1 hour. Not a lot of TBM. Okay, so I'm gonna hide that. Okay, Cardano. Let's get in there. Let's get palette. I think half the reason I do this is one, my brain is just used to it, and I think it shows a little better right on the live stream. Okay, so let me brighten that up just so it pops a little more so people can see it. Okay, so we have a corner pocket here. Where's the target, right? Here, let's pull this out a little bit. So, all right, we've looked at this so many times, right? Right, from the gray box, right? So from the consolidation comes expansion, retrace. We come down. Is that Al, right? I think we've looked at this many times, right? So this little front run. I don't know if I'm going right on there. Here on the golden zone. So, I'd call that a golden corner. Whoops. Meaning we've got 80% probability of getting there, right? I think that's probably well established. Anyone who watches regular streams of mine, let's get this. Here, I'm going to do this again just to make the viewing a little easier. Okay, right? So here's our target. Now I get another one in here, right? So I note I think he's got 3 of them in here. Right, so now look what happens. Again, I know people are like, oh, motherfuck, man, it's a hindsight, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, why do I do this in hindsight? Because the next time you see it, maybe you'll pull the trigger. Right, there's your 80%. Something I need to say. I only talk about it every week ad infinitum. People are probably sick of it. Now here I get a little break, right? Let's pull this over. Oh, what are you doing there? I got a double. So I don't, this I get, is that a close below? Looks like it might be. Ooh, look at that. Interesting. So it just wicks, right? Well, we don't get a close below, so algo's still active. So you could, well, see if we do it this way, right? Right to the 65. And that is an observation over time, right? I've seen it enough times to where if they don't close below, it'll stay active, right? No close below, even though that's, likely, right? If you had a 707 on there, you might have been stopped out, but could you go back? See, that's the kind of thing in hindsight. Could you, after the fact, right? You saw, oh, motherfucker. Oh, wait a second. They didn't close below. Could you go again, right? Or is it too much, right? You're like, oh shit, man, that's too, well, what was that? Yesterday? Oh, I can't take it. I can't take it because now it's no good, right? Right to target. See, don't let a stop out, right? Blow a good idea, right? If you had the good idea, you got to be willing to go back in again, right? Is it invalidated? No close below. Is this one valid? Yes. Did it get to target? Yes. Is that going to happen every time? Absolutely not. But don't let a good idea getting stopped out, blow a good idea, right? Still very, very much a real idea. So 1, 2, right? So we're going for that 3. Where do they usually go? Right, 1, 6, 1, 8, 1, 7, 5. So why would you assume something else? Well, think of it this way. All right, I'm going to push this off. Was there a liquidity sweep down here? What's the tell that it was muscle? Yeah, right. Is that the condition? Right. Many people, right? If there's no liquidity sweep, no trade. There it is. And this is the killer, right? Because this is what I talk about every single week. No, I'm not blowing my own horn here. I'm just saying, again, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. Here's the swing. Here's the retrace. Oh, they can't get that low? What? Come on, I thought I'm waiting for the sweep. Well, you already had the sweep. Can't get the low. Right. Well, remember, I talk about this every week. Which side's going to break? Here's your trade. This is the only decision you ever make just a matter of degree. There's a swing. Who's breaking? Low or high? That's it. That's the only decision you ever make. Every decision you have ever made, every trade can be broken down to that. That's all that the market can do. We're in 2 dimensions. So if we can't so here it is. You're here thinking, oh, well, of course they're going to break that. Of course. You sure about that? No close below, right? We still have an active algo. Here's the retrace. Which side breaks? Welcome to trading. That's all it ever is. Ever. Well, you add some options in, right? Add a third dimension. But for us as TA, right, it's swing, retrace, right? Which side breaks? So are we going to get an impulse here? Well, do we have it? Well, maybe we got to start on it. A little shaky. Can't go 1, 2, 1, 2, right? That's enough to DQ. So, okay, I might let that. So maybe something else going on here. What that says to me is no trade. Because if I don't, see, why force it? Oh, fuck. Well, all right, let's just let it go. You sure that's what you want, how you want to approach your technical analysis? Oh, all right, who cares? Slow down on that, right? Why not wait for perfect? Well, or as close as you're going to get as the market will give you. What we got here? Secondary? It's not obvious. If it's not obvious, what? Oh, well, I read on X that our Cardano was going to explode. Okay, well, show me the explosion. We always want to look for some additional confluence, right? So A from the B. Get it? I mean, not quite. You could probably, talk yourself into it. A little order block down here. We're in the last little sweep before we take off, right? Why would you even consider that as an order block? Because look at the displacement that comes off of it. So you know that's muscle. Okay, we come, I don't know, I mean, I'm not saying don't trade it. I'm just saying if you're trading that, if you journal it, when you come back to say, how'd that trade work out? What was your reasoning here? Again, assuming you're applying our methodology. Oh, well, it was the corner pocket. Okay, all right. Okay, so we can say, now we have something clear here. We can say, okay, well, as long as this pivot stays unbroken, well, that's fine here. Well, you get the idea. As long as this pivot stays 80% in play. I want to see where I would go. I'd wait, right? Can I get this? Can I get some 5 out of this? No. There's always the risk. What if it does? That's how you get sucked into stupid trades. But what if it? But I swear I knew some guy told me that this is where you want to trade right here. It's not the break, right? It's never the. Well, I shouldn't say that. My suggestion to you is don't chase something that's already moving. Identify. Oh, okay, right? Because I'm back to what I've been telling you, right? Here's the swing. Which side's going to break? This one or this one? That's all you're ever deciding. Oh shit! I got a 5 here. Well, I'm anticipating a 3. Not that it couldn't happen, but if I get that, context, right? Do I have is the context right? Oh, hey, shit, I got a 5. I got a 3. I'm pretty sure the market, even if you want to, soften it. Well, the market usually moves in 5s and 3s. Usually. Do you need absolute? Well, the market always moves in 5s and 3s, or I will not trade. Plenty of hardcore eliticians would answer it that way. There's no every time, always, ever in the market, ever. But this is, let's call this a very, very strong tendency. Right? Seems a reasonable assumption, right? If you've, I've been doing this for 6 years, showing this to you. I would tell you the same thing always, right? Don't take my word for anything. Look at your own chart. Do you see 5s and 3s? They can be complex, but that's a 3 all day, coming off of a 5, 5, 3. Now, do I get a 5? 5 followed by 3, and it's technical. 5 followed by 3. Again, don't take my word for anything. Just look at your own chart. Oh, okay. God, there might be something to that. Want to really learn? Well, here various memberships here you could check out. We've got a little discount going on. I think that I'm gonna have to refresh on that. Oh, maybe he hasn't have it yet. Oh yeah, we have. All right, so we've got these all 20, 25, 30% off, right? So a little promo here. This is me finally remembering to do it in the middle of not doing it at the end as I always do after people have already signed off. Just trying to help you, right? I'm not trying to pimp my own stuff, right? But if you wanted to learn this, right, we can certainly help you develop some expertise with this. Because you don't just come into this and go, oh, 5s and 3s, okay, I got it. It's a little more challenging than that. And we're not all, it's not, as I would tell you, Elliott Wave's foundational, but it's not the only thing we use, right? It's got to be, it's all of it. This would be a big piece of it. Geometry. Fibs. Elliott. Fibs. Geometry. Market structure. There you go. Oh, I think. Okay, I'm just reading his notes. Right, so he gave me. I think I got you all covered here. Steel Swarm, because we went to 3, 4. I think we got it all. And the 1 being right. I know we're looking here. Give me the 5, and we're golden. But I don't have it yet. What do I have? Right, I've got the 3. Give me the 5. Okay, all right, probably hammered that. Okay, so here's Crypto Janice coming in. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, so ETH got a little tricky. Okay, so here we're coming in with ETH from Crypto Janice again. Sorry, we've got my regular allergy clearing. It's so amazing, so annoying. Okay, ETH. What are we on? High right. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Every now and then I get it wrong on the mute button. You guys get an earful. Okay, this looks like 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see what you're thinking here. A, B, C. Yeah, that flies. Okay, let's pull out, right? So right, you got to be careful about getting too myopic, right? You got to pull out and get context. Like, okay, whoa. All right, where are we? Right, let's get some context. This always fucks me up a little bit. Okay, I'd go even further. All right, we know we have this. Yeah, we are. That's interesting. Why you're doing it that way? Interesting. Okay, so why are you? I'm not understanding this placement here. Is that out of log scale? No. Yes, that's why you're doing it out of log scale. Okay, well, so first question is, I got an 8 here, 1400, 4 times the range. Yeah, I mean, 4 times the range, you certainly got to look at it, right? So I'm gonna hide that for a second. Okay, right. I know he likes these. Oh, here, I'm gonna do this. All right, so I can see a little bit better. Okay, so here's 1, 2. Whoa, we're not quite there yet, right? This looks like we're consolidating up here. But you've got, this is yeah, he's right, this is tricky. Okay, because you've got the clear, like, oh, wait a second, 1, 2. You got to do your 3, 4. Yeah, looks like 3, 4. You got to do it here. To give, let me brighten that up a little bit. Okay, 3, 4, 5. WXY into the 4, into the 5. Okay, now let's get in there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so hang on. Let me clear up the chart a little bit. Okay, let's get some of this out of here, and we can bring it back. But let's just see where we are here. Okay, this is, yeah, it's tricky up here. All-time high. Okay, we can leave that up here. So WXY seems reasonable because The 4 is usually, not always, right? But it's usually the easiest thing to spot, because what happens? We stop progressing the trend. We clearly have a trend here. So one thought is, oh, could this still have more to go for the 5? Or then you start thinking, wait a minute. Right, if we're done here, right, shouldn't I be expecting a deeper retracement? Right, again, market's not obligated to do anything, right? It's just what might we anticipate? Is there another way to count this? Right, that's the first thing that I would look at and go, okay, wait a second. Is there another way to count it? Right, so here's a good example of 4. Right, just not progressing the trend. We go sideways, and then there's the top of it. Oh, let's go to minuet and let's put that in. What are we not using here? Let's go to white. Okay, all right. So we got a 1, right? Very low probability we're going to get a lot of dispute as to whether or not we have a good looking impulse here. Nice looking impulse, wide 4, it balances with the 2. The internal's good, right? Everything good here. Let's get that. All right. So 1, 2, right? It's a little shallow on the 2. Damn it. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's no disputing that. Other than, let me get that out of there. What's the issue with that? It's a little shallow. Right? Wouldn't you expect, God, if we're going to rip roaring, Ethereum is going to be, small, the smart contracts. It would give you a little bit of pause there. Now, out of log scale, right? Longer is longer. Right, so don't get caught up in that, well, it wasn't longer in log scale. No, longer is longer. Right? That's longer. Okay, so that I can put the 3 there. Well, actually, per his count, I can put it right here. Do I have an impulse, right? Is it valid? 1, 2? Yeah, 1, 2. Can we get another count in there? No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. It's all there, right? So, fuck, right? So it's a little bit like, damn it. I really don't want that to, but there it is, right? You can't go, well, I'm not including that because it doesn't fit up here. Can't do that. So right now, if indeed we're going to keep going higher, what are your choices, right? The 5 still to come? Seems a little abnormal, doesn't it? Now I'm looking at this with the same bit of not sure as you are. Oh fuck, something just happened. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, you guys are going to see a blank screen for a second. I don't know what that was. Okay. So what's going on here? What's confusing here is that I get another impulse here. So that it kind of makes you pause for a second and go, whoa, wait a second. Do we need to do this? Because you don't have a lot of choice here. Which, by the way, is one of the huge advantages of Elliott Wave. I mean, there's only so many ways I can count this. Right? Huge advantage. Well, if it's not this, then that. And if it's not that, well, then it's this. Right? That's a huge underappreciated feature of Elliott Wave. If it's not the 5 and it's an impulse, what's my next choice? 1, 2. Is that bad news? Well, oh, I didn't want it to. Wait. Is that bad news? That this is going to go 1, 2. We're going to have an extension in the 5th? That's bad news? I'm not so sure about that. I'm going to unlock that and hide it. So let's dig in there. So let's go see how we're looking here. WXY, good. ABC, I see your thinking up here. Right? I feel you. 3. You can go either way with that. Well, it's a little, so you're kind of, this is a tricky one. Okay, so if it's 1, 2, right now it looks like it could be another 1, 2. I mean, how do you eliminate that? Can you eliminate that? No, you can't. Because we're kind of shuffling in here, right? You could do this. I could probably something along these lines here. And this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Looks like you've broken golden again, right? So it might have you pausing just a bit. They're deep, but okay, it's not like we've ever seen 706s in a 2. It just seems like too many 1-2s, right? So, oh fuck, right? 1-2, 1-2. So the alternate here, I think I prefer. Now, slow down, right? Because as soon as you start leaning into an alternate like that, it has ramifications on your decision making. Okay, so if this is going to be corrective, 1, and we're going to go, what do we have here? WXY. Well, then that's the 2, right? So the 2 would slide over here. So here's just to draw it. We'd have 1 WXY. Where's your low? Y here, and now we're right now. If we'd be expecting big impulse here. It's a little funky, partly because it's. Well, let's look what the shallowness is here. It's not terrible. The lowest low. So you've got either this is some high class problems. 1-2, 1-2, or 1-2. It can't be a triangle, so you can't be thinking, oh, A, B, C, D, E. It can't be that, right? So that eliminates that. This unrealized. Jesus, I don't remember my chart being that funky. Let me just go over here and take a peek at what I've got. Oh, I just happened to highlight this. I was helping a member the other day. Just in that same context, right? So this is alpha theory. This is what I like for measured moves. It's, I'm not pimping them. It's just a good one, right? So the idea being, the last low here, right? It kind of makes it like drop dead. Like, so here's the swing, right? So this, remember I just told you, right? As I've been talking about for a long time now, right? Here's the swing, right? Which side's breaking? This one, right? Either one will be a change of character. So here's the range we're in. Here's the swing. Who's now buy or sell? Where would you rather be right now? Oh, you're a little late. Well, wait a second, right? If this is 3, is that 4? Let's back this up, right? I don't know if this is making it worse or better for you, but here, let me change this to a different color, right? So 1, 2. Not trying to take over your TA there, CryptoJanice. I'm just trying to get some clarity on this because I didn't recall mine being that complicated. Okay, where's the highest probability location for a wave 3? Right there. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. It's so weird that it would do that. So you got to look here and go, okay, well, if that's the correction, so what happened here? If the 3's up here, oh, fuck, how do I get the 3 in there? It's tricky, right? You making this the 2? 3, 4. It's not. This is not easy Elliott in here. Now sometimes, right, that can be annoying to have those like that. So let's not use the dot. Oh, let's just do normal here. The dot can be just to help, like, okay, what is the swing structure? Well, we can see it right here because that's the swing structure. So if this is the 3, how am I doing that? You kind of want to go 3, 4, 5. So let's finish it, right? Is that, Jesus. Oh, here we go, micro. Does that make sense? Does that work? Okay, it's not terrible. What is that, the 4? Where's the 4 still coming here? Well, so what would be a reference? Well, we can look back over here, right? Oh, that seems okay. That's pretty sharp. This is consolidating. Now here, if this is the 3, 1, 2, or as he had it, oh, can we sneak that into an ABC? Now you could possibly have a triangle, right? Because now we're looking at the 4. Could this be, oh, wait a second, A, B, C, D, E, boom. Could be, right? When it's like, oh, what the, I learned this a long time ago. When you're looking at something like, what the fuck, what? Think triangle. it would make sense with the lack of progressing the trend. All right, we're just doing some sort of consolidation here before what comes from contraction. Not sometimes, not usually, 100% of the time. From consolidation comes expansion. Always. That's the only thing you can absolutely count on with certainty in the markets. From contraction comes expansion. Period, period, period. There's nothing to do with the markets. That's the universe. 3. 1, 2. Where do they usually go? Right in the pocket. Oh, 4. Where's the 4 usually go? Well, where's the highest probability location for a wave 4? 23 and 38. Sure looks like a 4. You want to sell that? Now this is a little off here. Right? Just looking at that. So you just double these, right, to get a longer term view at it. Right? This was taught to me 25 years ago. Right? Been doing it ever since. Okay, right. So whoa, here's the big push, right? The spread between the moving averages. Well, okay, 2. Oh, that's boy, the big kicker was in the 1 because we were coming off this low. By the way, at that low, do we have a liquidity sweep? Of course we did. Do we have a liquidity sweep up here? Did we? Is this getting annoying? Jesus, dude, enough with it. All right, is that annoying? Where's the single worst place to buy this product, this asset? Right there. You know somebody bought it. A bunch of people bought it. Why? It's going to the moon. Oh. That's a shame. What happened down here? Oh, that's going through the floor. That's going to drop so hard. I can see it, man. I can taste it. The money I'm going to make, I'm already spending it. Same thing here. This is over and over again. Sooner or later they learn, or they blow up. We got an unrealized target down here. What does this look like? A, B, C, maybe? Maybe? A, B, oh God, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not pretty. Maybe. All right, we're going to leave this unrealized. Well, remember, for everyone that succeeds, there's one that fails. Where would you be looking for resistance? Let's go back to just to make it easier. We got to get through this. Think there'll be some buyers right here? Guarantee there will. Why? Because they'll be buying the breakout right there. They don't know that that's there or have any understanding of it. I guarantee there'll be buyers right there. Guaranteed. I'm not saying, of course, I'm never saying it's not going to do that. I'm just saying that would be maybe not the best place to enter the market. Crypto Janice, I got all the way off of yours. I couldn't make sense of all. Oh, where are you? It started to get a little trickier for me. So let me. Oh shit, man! Not to. For those watching here, I think this count makes it a little bit simpler to see it. What are we doing with that? It could be. This could be WXY. Right? You can see it. I think that's how he has it. If I open that up, this could be A, B, C. Does it matter really? I don't know that it does. Right? It's a 3, whether it's ABC or WXY. Right now, if you're really studying your Elliott, right? It's okay, good, right? You label it correctly. But here, I mean, it's hard to argue with that 5. It's really like it's a little bit of a. Are we force fitting it there to go? Oh, yeah. Now, if we start to back off here, you may very well be looking at that going, oh well, I guess it was an X. Okay, well, welcome to trading. There's no certainty. It sure looks like a 5. So what's another option? 1, 2. How are we going to know? Well, we got the ingredients here. All right. We've got the beginning, right? We didn't get a lower low. Oh, no, we don't. We got to sweep some of this, right? At least that'd be we'd be sweeping the inducement, so that would lock in the potential for this to be the low, right? We have to have a higher high here to know that's the low. So 1, 2, maybe. Trade it now. Well, remember what's up above, right? So I don't know that I'd be trading for, a moonshot, but a place to. I don't know that I would buy that. your note here, right? Black is a squeeze, so you have low volatility here. And what am I on a 3? Let's go to a 1. Where like, so this just strikes me as being so, like, wouldn't this occur to you? Well, if that's going to be the 3, where do they usually go? Maybe something like that. That's where they usually go. How about the channeling, right? Don't forget the geometry, right? For a good. Now we don't have that 3 yet. We're just clipping the upper side. Let me bring this in a little bit. Just clipping this enough to where, like, oh, come on. Now we're going to have Alan here at the lower degree, right? He's always in here. There he is. You look at this and go, oh, huh, why is it stopping there? You got to ask that question always. If you're looking at something in a moment in time, it's like, huh, well, wonder why it stopped there. Wonder why it's stopping there. There's liquidity here. What? You want to buy it there? Maybe not. Maybe not, right? So let it get through, right? And then if it gets through, right, then this one's off the board. Okay, next one. Then we're doing, right, if it keeps going, then we're doing this. Oh, now I have some geometry to frame the trade in. Now, nothing says it couldn't do this, but okay, well, where do they usually go? 3, 4. Maybe I can get my 1 in here, so you can kind of see, like, this is, I'm not saying this is what it's going to do, but you can kind of see a roadmap here, like, oh, there's the buy, because now you've got all this confirmation here. Get off. God, that thing is sticky on your mouse. Get off my mouse. 1, 2, right? This is the one. This is where you want to buy it here, because you have this to give you the conviction in that trade. Here, you're like, well, fuck, I hope. I sure hope it does that. Here, it's done it. So now I know I've got a good pit. Well, I have more conviction than I have a good low here, because I got a 5 that came off of it. We begin and we end in 5s. 1, 2. Oh, but what about you? Well, you want to trade the 4 to the 5? Go for it. I wouldn't be holding for a moonshot, but boy, that sure looks a lot better. Now, what's the next thing you would do there? Oh, come here. Oh, shit, I got 80% odds. Did I get there? This fucking thing got all crazy on me. Right? You get the idea? Oh, where else can I find odds like that? Oh, I got the 5, I got the 3. I got a golden, or I got a corner, right? Golden, maybe not, you know, but if it's golden, just sweeter. 1, 2. Where do they usually go? If I do this, where do they usually go? Maybe I can just blow right through and take me all the way to the other side of it. God, that thing got a little crazy. All right, I get my 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see how that? See, what fucks people up? Oh, fuck, I couldn't wait for that. Oh, man, I just bought it. Okay, well, there's, you know, I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying if you're trying to be precise with the TA, that's what you got to wait for that. Or, you know, something else happens here and you're like, well, I guess that didn't happen. But that's what now you got the whole package there. You could go be aggressive here, use a little leverage. You got a clear target up here. You know that'll be liquidity. That would be a break of structure. What do we anticipate after a break of structure? What do we anticipate? Same thing. What do we anticipate after a break of structure? Eventually, right? Change of character is a break of structure. It's a structure break, right? It may not be in the context of, you know, first we chalk, then we bust. But okay, we're going to get a break of structure up here. If that breaks, oh, it doesn't mean it's going to break and immediately go down, but you'd be anticipating the retrace. And then it's in context with, oh, fuck, that fits my Elliott count just perfectly. Wait for the 4. Maybe we come right back to this pivot, and that's where we get the 4. Right? Very common. Prior resistance becomes the support, right? Do you see how it's not rocket science, really. It's just a discipline. That's what kills most traders, lack of discipline. They can't wait for something like, oh yeah, that's the one. I waited for 2 weeks before it bit. Just a suggestion. Okay, what else do we have here? Seems clear, there's no doubt. Oh, ETH the Bitcoin. Okay. One I've been watching myself here, so I didn't mean to bail on you there with that one. I just couldn't, after a while I couldn't follow it. Okay, your expectation is for an extended fifth. A modern Picasso, oh shit. You talking about ETH? Hopefully I gave you a little clarity there. I'm not sure when you wrote that. Give me a modern, if you're listening, modern Picasso, I'm not sure if you meant ETH or Bitcoin. So what am I doing here now? ETH Bitcoin, bottom right, okay. Looks like we got a 5 of a 5 for a 3 here. Oof. These are always a little tricky for me. There's so much stuff on here. It's always easier when it's your stuff. 1, 2. 3's in. Get that. Oh, he's locking me on these because he knows I'm going to do that. I'm going to hide it. Oh, for BNB. Oh, sorry. Yeah. BNB I thought was no trade. Okay, so we can see this here. So 1, 2, 3. What are we waiting for? 5. So you look at that and you go, oh, what is that? What, see, as far as I'm concerned, this is just as good a proxy for alt season as anything. It's basic, right? I mean, you can go and get into all the on-chain bullshit, right? Okay, but 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If ETH is outpacing Bitcoin, alt season's underway. Now, is it underway now? Well, you could make that case, right? But we're not. It's not okay. Let me get this, because if we get the 4-5, right, and we're up here and it's outpacing Bitcoin by that degree, this is a 4-hour. At least the alts that have some purpose beyond just bullshit meme coins, like World Financial. Sorry. Okay, right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good, right? So then, what would you anticipate? Let's get out to a daily here. 8-hour here. Let's try that. Oh shit. Okay, hang on. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Let's go to a 4 here. No, I can't do it with a 4. Shit, I can't do it with I got to go to a daily. So what did we just hit here? That's got to be. Let's see. He's got us in. I need to be in log scale. Do we? Wyckoff double bottom. Okay. Good. All right. He adds in the Wyckoff. Well, this looks like to me, if we're doing this, 1, 2. I'm not sure what he's doing there. Here's what I know, right? If we're going to come up here, 50-50. I'm not sure what he's doing. That could be, what am I on Coinbase? Could be, what is he doing? Is that buying profile? We're not there yet. So now here you come out to a daily and it's like, oh, wait a second. There's a long way to go here if ETH is going to outpace Bitcoin. Well, what would you think here? Boy, that's tricky. I guess you'd be thinking W. Jesus, that looks like a 5, doesn't it? X, Y. You'd have to do 1, 2, 3. You'd have to pull the, 3. You'd have to do an A, B, C. That's a little bit of a force fit, but what are you going to do in the hindsight, right? That's what happened. Hard trend lines here, right, that are just getting broken. Now, break of a trend line, easy. I'd want to see it come back and retest that. So as we revisit here, 1, 2, let me put that in something brighter. Now let's go here, something you can see. Yellow. God damn it. Come here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's no way around that, right? That's impulsive. Here's the retrace. So what are we waiting for? Oh, let's see. So that looks like a 5, right, all day. So let's get down to a 1. Okay, so this is good news, right? So, right, I mean, we all would like to see an alt season, right? That's where some stupid money gets made. Okay, let's see if we can get one, right? So things that we know, right? We don't have to, as much as you can know anything in the market, right? Strong, let's just say it that way. Strong tendency. We begin and we end in 5s. What do we get? Are we ending something there? I think you'd have to do it this way. That's not. Shit, how are we going to do that? That could be, you're going to have to consider 2 counts here. So this is an ABC. That's a 5. So you'd have to go A, B. It's a little bit of a push there. That's a 5. You got a 5 followed by a 5. Shit, that's tricky. Okay, let's see here. Oh, can I get a B into that? You might get stuck here. This is WX. You don't have the Y yet. Let's see, that's a 30-minute. I can't dig that any further. You're stuck with that as a 3. And I can't go into a flat. Tough one. Why? For some reason. I want to say mine is easier to read. I don't know why. Hang on. All right, let's go. I'm sorry. God, I just did this twice in a row, but it looks a little easier to read on my end. Okay, 1, 2, right? I think we can all agree there's the 3, right? Here's the, I did this in Friday's video, right? So here's your 80% getting realized, right? Right as we hit this zone. So we can take that out. Okay, so and then it revisits it. Okay, so worst place to buy this asset on the chart, right there, right? So the inexperienced will do it. So what are we doing here? We're just waiting for that 4. That may fit with what he's got, right? In that we're going to come down here. This could have an ABC. So I'd be very keen to be watching for what happens here. Do we have to get this done again? I don't think I can get an A into that. This is a little bit of a push, actually. It's a little bit of an Elliott shuffle there, because then again, this looks like a 3. This is, I want to do this, but it's probably Al. Gets there eventually. It's tricky. So if it's tricky, you're like, shit, I'm not sure. Don't trade. That's kind of the point. If you're not sure, stay out. That is a clear trading decision. So this looks to me like we've got another leg to go down here, which would be something in this range, and we'd be coming down here, which is which is going to be more consistent with. Oh, I just had you. Where are you? With this. And I'm kind of looking at this as the intersection of the upsloping. What is this? Oh, that's the channel. This is the upsloping median line, right? If we ping, right, it's trading principle number 4, right? If we're gonna, or pardon me, number 3, if we're not gonna pivot here, and which we did, right? We can see these little pokes here to come back to the outside median line. Seems like a reasonable spot. Now I've got high volume nodes right here, right? Might support that. I mean, you can draw these in. Right, areas where you might why does the high volume node matter, right? Because it's size, right? They need volume to fill. So you're not likely to see them, in here. Right? There's imbalance, right? But they cause the imbalance down here. So they don't like to enter in here because they're going to move the market too much. Right? They need high volume. And that's from this low to this high. Right? We can see, okay, well, here's the POC. Could we come down that low? Well, sure. It's when in doubt, simplify, right? Can I get something like this? Oh, fuck, hang on. Can I keep it simple? Like that. Just come on down. You could make a case here. You had bearish order flow. Oops. Oh, I've got a Stochar RSI up there. Shit. Oh, that must not be my. Oh, that's the till of the Achilles old chart. So coming down here, I love. But you see the temptation, like, oh shit, if that thing's going, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. So I'm going to buy right into that 50. Remember, then you got to break this, and then you got to break this. Right, all of this has to break. This is just coincidental, right on the pull. Right, because we're pulling from this. So when I come up here, possibly a double. I mean, clearly there's resistance there. 5. What do I get here? I think you could wait a little bit on that. It's probably better here to go WX, A, B, A, B, C. Something like that. Be my suggestion, right? Don't chase. Don't chase. If this starts to go, right, wait for this. Remember? That would be the new range. And that's all you've got. That's all you ever do. Here's the range. Now, which side's going to break first? This one or this one? If it retraces, oh, well, at least I can use an algo activity here to my benefit. But wait a minute, what, that algo activity? Well, yeah, right. So then that breaks. So if you're bull, right, you're wrong. Get used to being wrong. It's going to happen way more than you're right. What's the name of the game? Not being right, being profitable. Okay, let's see. What do I got here? Okay, so I'm back to Crypto Janice came in. Well, when I nudge these guys to give me some content, you know, if you guys really step up. CRV, I know he loves this one. Let's look at this one. This is CRV to USDT. That's his. Okay, so let me come here. Hang with me. Let's go here. Oops, oh, fuck me. Come on. CRV. Hang on. Where'd it go? CRV 1, 2. Where are you, CRV? I don't see it, Crypto Janice. Let's see. Did I get the wrong? Hang on, one more time. Is that WUV? Yeah, I got the wrong link. Copy link. Shit. I'm not getting it. Let me get rid of this. Hang on a second. Maybe I can just type it in. Let's go here. See if I can just type it in. And maybe it'll bring up his. CRV USDT. And what did he want? On Binance. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck. You make these challenging, Crypto Janice. Okay, so, oh, fuck. All right, let me try and simplify this. I don't want to discourage all the TA and lines here, right? Because it's, you know, it's always easy when it's your stuff. Easier, how about that? Okay, so we've got to try and draw it in here. I know that's a clusterfuck. 1, 2, 3, right? Not with that, right? So likely we've gone 1, 2. Okay, so with that context that we've gone 1, 2, where the thinking would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I can eliminate some of this. Hang on one second. Sorry, my office is getting hot. Okay, right, and then we were right into a golden zone. Okay, so let's get in and focus right here. Let me get you out of here. Not that I don't value volume. I just don't want it. I want that chart real estate. Okay, so we're on Binance, right? So I can, oh, Jesus Christ. this is hard to deal with. Okay, so I like this. That's broken. He's going to lock me. So right, this is something worth noting here. This is Al Brooks, one of his many great contributions. The break of the trend line here does not necessarily time to buy, right? It implies there'll be a retrace and then new lows. And you see a nice example of it here. So WXY into the 2. So inside this larger channel. So so a couple things, right? You can see he's doing it. I'm just going to change it to my template so you can see it a little better. What's he pulling from? Is this it? Yep. Pulling from here. So we've hit the 50. He looked like he had something else on there. I would certainly, well, let's draw it. I want to see this. I'm pretty thin down here. All this, all the values up here, we broke pretty hard. So on the same thing, I would do the same thing going on the other side, but I want to see the downside, so I would put that off to the hard right. So there's kind of, look at the overlap here is pretty consistent, right? We're undervalued. So if you just want rudimentary, you can do this. Just call it a gray box. All right, so we've got, here's where value is. We got way undervalued. Technical, oh, I think it looked like he had a secondary one in there. Is he pulling from this? He might have been. Nope. Well, let's go. Well, this is the swing, right? So again, back to the only decision you ever make, right? Here's the swing. Which side's going to break? This one or this one? Now, we could go sideways for a long time. I don't think that's likely, but we're doing that. We're at the 50, so what's your edge? How would you know? You're at, is it 50-50 odds here? No. Why do I say that? Because I've got an impulse followed by a 3. I got a 5 followed by a 3. What? Do I need to explain anything else there? 5, 3. I mean, you could make it that drop dead stupid simple. You really could. We're at the 50. Oh, we got, okay. What else? Okay, what else could we add into that? Oh, shit, I'm just not sure. Was there a liquidity sweep down here? Did they blow that liquidity out? Grab some liquidity? Oh, but, I only like them if I then get a higher low. Something else you're waiting for? Well, I like that pivot to be technical. Oh, come here. 50 the tick. Jesus Christ. Is that not good enough for you? You think Al's involved there? Do you see him? Here he is. Boom. How many times do you need to see it? 50,000? 60,000? Oh, I wonder why it's stopping there. Jeez, it's so confusing. I just can never figure it out. Asset, completely irrelevant. They all do the same thing. I could give a shit what it is. All the same. All the same. Here it is again. You can see it, I'm assuming. I can get it hot. Here's the 50. Here's the target. I could probably just, I could probably put 300 of them on here. How many times do you have to see it before you start paying attention to it? No, only you can decide that. I can just show it to you. I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm not trying to get you off balance. I'm trying to help you. Why wouldn't you take that? Oh, well, I was worried. What? You were worried you're going to get stopped out? So you don't enter the market on a perfect technical setup because you're worried about getting stopped out? Oh, man. You better let somebody else trade for you. If you can't handle getting stopped out, you are pursuing the wrong The wrong endeavor. Okay, so Trading Samurai's back. What else do I got down here? I got a few that haven't had one. Wait a second. Just right. See, yeah, I got you, Crypto Janice. I found it. Okay, I'm going to go. Whoa. Let me go to see. It's Trading Samurai. I'm going to come back if I've got time. But I got to get CNSL. I got to get a few of these guys that haven't hit yet. Just for a fair distribution. We say it that way. Okay. Oh, shit. What do I got here? This is CN Salazar. Oh, shit. Is this you? Yeah, this is you. Okay. Oh, bringing in some trads. I like to see it. Okay, so what are we're looking at? Oklo, the last 5 is up. Okay. Oklo. Let's see. I read about this recently and I can't remember what they do. Okay, I'm going to do this only because I find these a little bit annoying. I'm going to take them off. Well, let's get my so I can see it. I'm gonna hide the volume because I don't value it. No, fuck, no, I did it again. Hang on. Don't want that, even though I know it has a reason for being there. Okay, all right, so let's clean it up. Okay, we got some. Okay, whoa, what happened here? 1, 2. Well, that's probably not in dispute. 1, 2. Well, note here, right? So CN Salazar, he's been with us long enough. He's not going to miss that. Right. So 1, 2, 3. Oy. That's so. Just for a second here. Let me just play with this for a second. What if we can't do this? Right, there's got to be a reason. So he's obviously considered that. It looks like we just can't finish it. God, that is a funky chart. This like that was there some earnings related or some? What is that? July 25th. I don't know what that was. Well, let's out of curiosity, right? There's got to be a reason. There's always a reason. That's a 50 there. That's the 50. That's his stuff. No, that's mine. What am I missing there? It doesn't quite look right. How are you going to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you're kind of stuck with it. A, B. It looks like you do it here. W, A, B, C, up to the 5. Okay, let's not focus on that. Okay, so we got the golden zone there. This one I'm going to pull out. Boy, it's a lot of big spikes here. A, B, right? So, okay, right. So here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little funky. Granted, 5. A, B, C. 5, 3, 5. We have the 3. Okay, well, so we can see what we're doing here. We are, despite the little funkiness here of that spike, we stay clean. Probably, yeah, you're stuck with a 5 there. So W, A, B, C into the 5th. You see, I would just, I like to see precision. What was he pulling from? The 2? Come here. I know you had a golden zone on there. Was it here? Where was it? There it is. Okay, so 1 through 3 we come golden, right? So we get the golden corner. That's what he's got identified there. Which means, right, we've got 80% probability of getting there unless this pivot breaks. Now we're not there yet. So that's trading principle number 4 per Dr. Alan Andrews. His gift to the market. Oh. Well, I wouldn't, you don't want to count that out. Like, oh, it didn't make it, right? So it's got, until it breaks that, I would assume it's still going to make it. Because that's what the odds suggest. I'm going to pull some of this out here. So what I'm going to 4, let's go to 2. That's right in the pocket. Doesn't get there too bad. Okay, so let's get this out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have a 5? Let's go to a 60. 1, 2. Yeah, I see your issue there, CN Salazar. That's a kind of a bumpy road. Can you get it? You almost can. I'm not sure you can. God, I hate to go below 60, but well, you got an issue here. All right, we have swept it. Can you get that into a 3? You can't get it into an impulse. So what's your thought here? Are you thinking diag? That sure looks like a 4. Jesus, I'm on a 15-minute. I can't get much. Let's see, was it technical? This was, right? I'm tempted to want to do this. But then we get fucked down here. Right? So, by the way, did you notice this? It's not golden, right? But here's the corner. There's your 80%. Just both sides, right? It doesn't matter. Boy, I'll tell you what, CN Salazar, if that's me and I'm pulling that up, I'm going to wait. Because this doesn't quite work. What you'd be saying is like, okay, well, I'm going to call it an impulse, but it's not really an impulse. Or you're double fucked here, right? So because this, you could, what's the alternate there? Right. Can't eliminate that because you don't get an impulse here. I mean, if you're, depending on how you're trying to do it, right? If you well, excuse me. Right, I do get an impulse here. I do. Which is a bummer, right? You're like, oh, fuck. I want to. So, okay, let's consider that. If that's an ABC, right, that kind of fucks up the whole idea. So what would that make you think, right? Then you'd be thinking, oh, W, X, Y, right? Oh, because I didn't get an impulse, right? See, that's the beauty of Elliott Wave here. It's like, even though, oh, God, I so want that to be, and that 80%, right? 80% is, by the way, not 100%. So, oh, shit. It's an X. Now what? Now what? Oh, wait a second. A, B, C. Wouldn't that be your next thought? I mean, we lose the goal. We lose Al here. It's gone, right? So you don't have an out, but it's certainly the Elliott would suggest you're there. Probably that order block right there. That little upswing here. Didn't quite get to it. You got the imbalance below it. A, that's what I'd be thinking. So we're coming now. All that matters to what DQs that 80% right there. As long as we stay above that. You see that I got an well, even that is a bit of a push, right? Is that a impulse there? It have me waiting. This is shaky, right? So as we both agree, this is not. This is not. Now, what might turn that around is if this turns into an impulse, right? It could, because 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get that, oh, now I'm really confused. And when I'm confused, no trade. I'll wait. It could, because eventually it'll clear itself up. He wants to buy it down here. I might nibble there, but I'd be sure looking down here. What's a common measurement that we might anticipate? Oh, that put it right back here where he wants to buy it. Or you could layer it, right? You'd have to reduce your size. Stop down here. One entry here, one entry here. Average your price in, you probably end up right about here. Stop does not need to be that deep. So you'd end up here with, I mean, you could still use the, or it depends if we sweep this or not. You could use the liquidity as the next target. That's a tricky one, right? They're not all going to be like drop dead perfect, right? This kind of fucked you up. Okay, let me keep going. Thanks for posting it, CNZL. I'm not. No, I might wait for the next swing. Right here, back to the only decision we ever think about. Here's the swing. Which side's going to break? Well, I got a 5 followed by a 3. Well, if you betting person, wouldn't you anticipate, right? If I gun to my head, that's what I would think, because this is not good. This is good. So that's what I would be anticipating. And then maybe that fits your entry right there. BNB. Love the regs. They come through when I'm really grinding these guys for content. They post it. None of me. I don't pick any of it. BNB, get your shades out. Well, I'm warning you right now. You got a white screen coming at you. He did apologize for that. Oh, sorry. Oof. God damn. That is harsh. Let me, oh fuck, let me take that to gray. I think I have a gray in here for just such an occasion. Okay, let's soften that a little bit. BNB, did you switch to, are you all white now? So funny, I was all white forever and then switched, I don't know, when I started doing this. Oh, that shit, I'm gonna have to go darker on that. Okay, 3, 4, whoa, look, go gold. Let me get that. What do we do here? Oh, I guess I could do black. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 3 is in. Oh, Jesus, let me get that. Let's do that. Right. So we got a 3, consolidation 4. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a sexy triangle right there, because you're like, what triangle? Oh God, I need darker than that. What's darker than that? There we go. Okay. You can see it. You're looking at this going, well, this 3, this 3, this, what's, what? Triangle. Triangle, right? 1, 2, 3. What are we trying to get up here? Right? Gold and Bitcoin. Right? Why is all that happening? Yeah. Something. What's 37, 38 trillion amongst friends? Okay. 3, 4, 1. Man, are we in log here? Oh, let's do it here. 2618. Interesting, right? Here's the 1618175 window right here. Would have been, oh shit, I can't. Would have been very easy to think that was a 3-4, right? But as we keep going here, you could see it, right? You can see how you might have thought this, right? I'm sure this is what any elitist would have thought. There's the 3, right? They'd have thought this is it. Right in the pocket, right where it usually goes. Here's the impulse. Here's the 4. Right, looks like it probably, oh fuck. WX, well, oh fuck, it almost doesn't matter, right? So it's consolidation, right? And what comes from that expansion. Well, now we get another triangle, right? So we're kind of running out of options. So what does he do, right? Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he puts another 1, 2 in, right? It's very smart, right? Because you're kind of forced into it. Well, fuck, it can't be the 3, even though it certainly qualifies, right? It's an impulse. Oh, and the 2 is shallow. This forces your hand. If not this, then that. And if not that, then this. Nothing else gives you that. Nothing. There is no other TA that does that. Sorry. Elliott Wave haters, you're out of luck, right? So 3, 4, we're just in an extended monster rip here. Where are we going? 4,800, 5,000? Why not? Why would you assume not? Oh, it's never been that high before. It can't go that high. You sure about that? I remember people saying that when Bitcoin broke 20K. Oh, well, that's the top. We got to go weekly here. Jesus, look at this beast. So we got this one. We get kind of a little mystery pivot here. We got that double. There's just no reason to do anything other than look to take the next retracement. 1, 2. All right, so let's mark it off, right? Just force a habit. I would do this. 1, 2. This is just me out of curiosity. Is that Al? Oh, looks a little tricky there. Looks like no close below. You see how they're both closed right on the 65? I get that right on there. Both, it's close. Yeah, that would be 1, 2, 3, meaning we're already past 1618. 1618, 175 right there. Can you trade it? Where are you going to trade it? Again, you just see how I've done this so many times that I could do it with my eyes closed, right? So boom, 80%. Well, if it's not going to pivot there, where's it likely to go? If it's not going to retrace to the lower, upper. What are we waiting for? 4. Where does the 4 usually go? Wouldn't that be a reasonable? I mean, we got to put this somewhere. Where do they usually go? Not where do we know where it's going to go? Where do they usually go? Come here. So you might. I know this is a little harder to see. Between the 23 and the 38. Let's make that. Let's call it a demand zone. Okay, all right. So we're coming. We got a big look. I mean, it's massive. Oh, this is the CFD. That's why. So okay. So here, right here's your 3, 1, 2. Right, all ingredients here met. Right, beautiful triangle, technical pivot, golden corner, 80% met. We just rip right through to the upper parallel. What are you waiting for? The 4. Where do they usually go? Now that seems like a long way. Oh, come on, really? We're going to retrace that much? Well, maybe not. But back to the median line would be something of interest. Good one, Ben B. Thanks for that one. Never Give Back. What do we got here? Oh, Platinum. Never Give Back. Always interesting. He trades Cocoa, Platinum. Kind of offline. Oh shit. What happened there? Oh, let's see if you're going to give me that. The CFD on Platinum. That must be. So he must be out of the States, as I recall. CFD. Oh shit. I got the same. Let me see if I can change that. Trying to get back to. There we go. Okay. Platinum, like gold, is just on a tear. Okay, we got to pull back out here. Oh shit. Oh, talk about a long consolidation. This is one of the more squirrely of assets. You're gonna have to go way out here to get some context on this. Holy fuck. Okay, hang on. I don't know how much I'd be worried about the initial. You should probably have to do this as a triangle. Let's see here. I'm doing this loosely, but I might approach it like that, right? The terminus above, right? So then that's kind of funky. 34. Well, the impulse breaks down here. Let's just check it, right? Is it technical? That Al looks like it's too far. It is, I'm sure. Yeah. But we got a big order block here. I'm not in love with that count, but what can I see with absolute certainty? 3. Now what's that? I don't think that's an impulse. Is Al in here? Of course he is. Now, this is me personally. If I bring that chart up on the daily, I'm here for maybe 7 seconds before I go, oh fuck, next asset, because that's not giving me what I'm looking for. Now, never get back. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to shit on your post. I'm just saying, for me, if I can't, again, I would even say it this way: if a 7th grader can't immediately see the 5s and 3s, I'm out. Why? What edge do I have here? What edge do I have here? That's just slop. Now, oh, something happened here, right? Eventually, right? It pops and starts to show itself. Okay, did out of this absolute certainty, I think there's very few. From this is a lot of consolidation comes expansion. Sure looks like some sort of 4 going in. I wouldn't even fuck with any of this. Oof. Anything on a 4? Maybe in log scale? I might take it out. If I never get back, what did you give me here? Did you give me a count on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did you give me? You gave me the daily into a B to a C. Okay. A, B. Well, you're gonna have to take that to the bigger one. I'm kid you not. I'd have been gone 7 seconds. Next. No edge, in my view. Okay, so here's the big impulse. Is this a? Well, it's kind of a sloppy finish, but you probably get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that. A, B, C into the B. Yeah. Well, here's your range. All of this is internal, meaningless until one side breaks. So it's all internal structure. There's no Elliott count there, really. It's just a lot of, I mean, what fuck, man? Why are you trading this? I hope you're not big, too big in that. Al here. Nope. Yeah, I might. Okay. Well, the one thing I could say, okay, well, better risk reward here to be a seller into the ABC, but I wouldn't. Careful about that one. Never get back. I hope you're not going with size there. I think that's you're just rolling dice there. It's the trend up. Yeah. There's no Elliott to lean on, and this is, yeah, that's not for me. Sorry, man. I wouldn't touch that. And I can't offer you any counsel on it other than what you've got is as good as any. Hedera hash graph. Okay, hang on a second. I got a funky color. Who's this? This is Full Ripper. Wait, everybody's changing their background here. It must be a seasonal thing. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this. I don't remember you doing that color palette, but people change their minds just like I did. Oh shit, you giving me a 15-minute? Okay, hang on. Why? And what are we doing here? Hedera hash graph. Okay, now I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's the big 5. So this would be here. And where's the worst possible place on this chart you could even consider buying it? Somebody did. Retail. All right, so nice of them to cooperate. It's like this is Al here. You're pretty beefy. that's not a perfect one, but gets its target. We end with, okay, so we got our 2 down here. Oh, wait a second. You giving me a candidate for a B? WXAB. Oh, shit. Oh, you're just giving me an alternate. Okay, so you're going to go, one possibility is AB. That would be a secondary consideration for my thinking. That's, yes, a little trunk there. That's right. It's not like it doesn't happen, but it's kind of a last resort. So we got a, I see what you're thinking. Okay, right. Maybe since that's all wick, right? That could do it. ABCW marked off area of interest. W X Y. Let's kind of do this. What am I doing on time? Oh shit, I'm over. Okay, let's say, hang on. 1, 2. We are in log scale. Do I need to be in log scale? 12 cents to 30? Maybe not. I always prefer, if I don't have to be, I want to be out of it. Well, there's his area of interest, so I can understand why. Al on the back end. Yep. How many times do you have to see it? Literally I can't script that. I can't. We didn't coordinate on this in advance. It's just, I don't need to. It's always going to be there. Okay, so we're not to that target yet. I can make a pretty good case for a 5 up followed by a 3 down. That's technical. Now it looks like there's more here to go. All right, sweep the low. Do we have a liquidity sweep? Maybe. This being the order block down here that he's probably identifying here. So is it ripe right now? Well, might be worth waiting for. Let's go to 1. 1, 2. That's a little squishy in there. Put this to 3 here, but that's a big kickback. There it is again, right? We sweep the low and we don't get a new low. Well, could it be an ABC? Yeah, it's candidate. 1, 2, right? Not going to be the 3, but it could be the one of the 3. Could be. But then you'd have to, fuck with this. You have to move the 3 over. Well, so that's okay. I got my eyes on that. I'm not ready to go on that yet. Well, of course, love it down here at the golden. So if we get the golden, then you can draw the if. Now we don't have it yet. Forget that. That's what you'd hope to see here. Oops. That's very tough, right? Something like that. So I would definitely keep your eyeballs on this one, right? Or just, put an alert on it, right? So if it takes out that 4, okay, well, maybe something else going on here. If it we take out that target, I want to know about that because it's no guarantee that we're going to get to the golden, right? It's just what it has a tendency to do. That's a pretty good setup. 1, 5, followed by 3, followed by 5. You get everybody? I think I did. Okay, and I'm out of time. All right, guys, I gotta wrap it there. Holy shit. Okay, guys, thank you so much to all those that hang out with us. Just a reminder, geez, I'm such a bad marketer of my own shit. I just always figure if people are interested, they'll go, oh, TradeDevils.com, and they'll come down here and see it. Well, I should promo that we're doing this little sale that we're going on. So if you want to dig into this, there's lots of different ways to approach this, right? This is if you want to go belt system. Right, if you want to go belt system here, this will get you access to everything, white belt, but with the exception of the upper belts. This, if you just want to get in and check it out, okay, well, let's go for 49 for a month and let me just see if there's it's worth the shit in here, right? I always say, never take my word for it. Ask the other members. Ask them. Is it worth the money? Is it worth it? This with blue, purple. Right? That you'll if you can get through purple, you know more TA skills than 99% of the people, because we don't make it easy, right? These are not easy. Those blue, purple, all brown, all that, it's not easy to pass by design, right? Because why to do that? To be assholes? No. To keep you paying another month? No. Because we want to get you to where you've got the skills, to where you can do it. That's the reason we do that. It's for your benefit, not ours. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it there. Wish you guys a good afternoon. I'll be back on Friday. Keep in mind, we do have this little promo.